morning. It is Monday morning and I am ready to get the day started. I think step number one is always a good cup of coffee. Check. And well, I'm about to check that off the list. And then item number two is going to be our classic electrolytes, creatine, and our water. As you can see, if you've been on the vlog before, we moved the coffee maker because we are adding to our coffee maker collection. We're obsessed with coffee and it is what it is. And I know you're not supposed to have coffee first thing in the morning. You're supposed to do all this other stuff and all that jazz, but I have coffee first thing in the morning and I'm not ashamed about it. I also wanted to show off my really cute Christmas pajamas I found. It's got this cute little red bow and the red trim. It's like a red felt or like velvet or whatever you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee started. Do you want to know the craziest part about that movement that I just did? This warm up now that gets my glutes and my outer hips activated for lifting is during my second PT session probably. I couldn't do that shuffle without dragging my feet. And it's just such a small little adjustment that now I have the power and the strength with all the training that we've been doing to just do that without any issue, and it can just be like a nice easy warm-up. I am warming up on a stationary bike. A theme that you'll see from me in the next couple of weeks, honestly might be a couple months, is doing more tempo training. So going nice and easy and then ramping it up, going back to nice and easy and then ramping it up. The main reason for this is conditioning, because I haven't run in such a long time, and I think I've said this in my very first YouTube video. I decided to run a 5K on a whim and my heart rate got up to like 202. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm taking care of my heart and my cardiovascular health as well. Even though my knee and back and hip are feeling good, that doesn't mean I should just rush into it. So we're going to do some interval training to start the lift today, just get everything warmed up, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so far so good. We've been doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So 30 seconds off will be what I'm doing right now, between 70 and roughly 75. And then once I get through that, like right now, I should be ramping it up. So we're gonna go up to about 100 and hold that for 30 seconds and then go back down. All right, I think I can make it to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do 10 minutes worth of these intervals and then probably call it and see how I feel afterwards and throughout tomorrow, if there's any soreness. Really bad, but I have to go in 2 seconds. Just like that, we are done. Honestly, I felt like that went really well. I'm just gonna give a little walk, but my knee feels, sore, but not like it hurts at all. I think it's just getting it used to movement again. I think there's a clear difference between like pain and then just getting things moving again. So now we're gonna move into the lift. I tell you, those little pulses at the top, killer. Pain-free, baby, and out of breath. Holy crap. We got a lot of work to do. I'll admit this one might be a little dicey, but I'm gonna try some kettlebell swings with the lightest I can get. So I have an 8-pound kettlebell. So we're gonna try some kettlebell swings and see how the body likes it. Good news, absolutely zero pain. I just can't believe it. I know I can't go like full in. I have to be careful, so I'm just gonna do one set of that at 8 pounds. But holy cow, we can actually move and work out and be dynamic again without first fear and second pain, which is just, I'm just gonna be testing my limits over the next couple of weeks to see where we're at. So I'm thinking about trying push-ups again. They are a very, very weak spot for me, so we'll see how this goes. I had inspiration strike for a painting that is for my PT and his wife, who is the one who does the fascial therapy on me, the fascial release therapy. I'm really excited. Their color is definitely blue, just a really playful, childlike blue. They're very playful people and I love that about them. So it took me a couple weeks and then the idea just kind of popped in my brain. I don't know if any other creatives are on this channel, but the longest part of painting for me is the concept. And I think that might be true for a lot of people. It's when inspiration hits, it kind of just like downloads into my brain and I know exactly what I need to do, and then I just need to do the things. So we are doing the things and we have a beautiful sunset that will be arriving very soon, and I'm so excited. I love this little creative self-care corner that I have in my office. It's a little disheveled right now, but it's fine. kind of hard to see in this lighting, but this will be layer number 1. I'm going to do multiple layers of the pour for the first time. I usually do 1 layer of the little pour over technique that I just showed, but I want it to be, this is going to be representing the sky, so I want multiple blues, like different shades of this blue in there. So we'll see, but this will probably take a couple days to dry. So it's going to be quite the process. Gourmet meal for the queen. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Okay. It is time for our run this week. I'm so very excited. I feel like 300 meters on, 300 meters off for about 1.5 miles twice last week felt really good. So I'm going to ramp it up just a teeny bit, and we're going to walk 1/2 mile, run 1/2 mile, and then walk 1/4 mile. So just extending those intervals, obviously dropping the number of intervals, but we're gonna play around with this being more of the distance recovery. I don't know how to label it, to be honest, but longer intervals, and then we'll do shorter intervals again later this week and probably go a little bit farther, maybe 2 miles? I don't know, that might be asking a lot of my body, but we'll see how today goes. I'm feeling really good. I just got done with my warm-ups. The sun is starting to come out. It was cloudy, so I'm very excited to run with the sun because it's been really rainy this week so far. I lied. I started walking and I changed it to 1/4 mile walk, 1/4 mile jog, 1/4 mile walk, 1/4 mile jog. So we just finished our first 1/2 mile. So I'm working on the walking section and then we'll run. So far, so good. Okay, overall, I feel like it went pretty good. By the last 1/4 mile, well, let's just say when I was doing my walking section before my last run, I felt my right hamstring get a little bit tight and I was like, And then I started running and I had just the teeniest little pulling in the front of my right knee, which is how everything first started. So that didn't start until I had, 0.05 miles left, so nothing too crazy. And now that I'm back, I have that weakness feeling that I've explained before behind the right knee, and that's pretty usual when I'm pushing myself a little bit. So I'll give it, out of 5, I'll give it a 3.5. I feel like it was pretty solid, but I'm feeling pretty sore already, but that's okay. Sore is safe. Our body's just getting used to new things. And yeah, I feel like it was fine. Something kind of random I've added into my morning routine under the advisement of my friend Christy, who is all about holistic healing, TCM, all of that stuff. If you don't know what that is, it's traditional Chinese medicine. And anyways, she does 100 hops or bounces every single morning. And so I feel like I've been having a lot of acne breakout around my chin, and we're thinking it's a lot of estrogen. So, and I wouldn't be surprised by that because I have some other markers that kind of say that. So I've started doing 100 hops a day, and honestly, I haven't really changed anything else, and I only have a couple breakouts this week around the jawline. So maybe there's something to it, you guys. So we're gonna do our 100 hops this morning. Usually I'll do it while I'm making my coffee, but I forgot this morning. So I just got back from a walk with my dog, so I'm gonna do that now. It's hot. And honestly, the key for me for staying consistent with the jumping is just making it fun. So I obviously like dance a little bit when I'm doing it. Maybe I'll sing a song, maybe I'll chant something, just like random, like making up a song. And usually I'm a little delulu because I'm first waking up without a cup of coffee in my system, but having something fun and gentle and playful first thing in the morning seems to be really, really good for me. I used to be a super rigid human being, okay? And this year's goal was kind of to loosen that up a little bit and soften in a lot of places, but still recognize and show myself that I can accomplish things, but still staying a little bit soft and taking care of myself and nurturing myself. Give it a try, even if it just boosts your mood a little bit. You know, your body moving first thing in the morning, get your blood moving, get your lungs going a little bit. I don't know. I just think it's like a fun little thing to add to the morning routine. Life's been looking a lot like this recently. I feel like I've been having somewhat of a difficult time finding balance between training and life demands, as in work. I think, as we all know, as a human condition, you have to have work, right, to pay your bills. So it's a necessary part of the process of being human. And I think I leaned a lot into work when I was injured because it helped keep my mind off of it. And to be honest, sometimes working for me is really comforting, just really leaning into that structure. But as I'm finding, it's hard to lean back off of. If you work a lot, you likely understand this. And my work has become very, very demanding over the last couple of months. So it's been tricky. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I just wanted to have a little chat about how I'm kind of going through this process of finding balance between life and work again. You know, I work my 9 to 5, which is very balanced or very demanding, and it's usually not just 9 to 5 or 7:30 to 4:30 in my case. And then outside of that, I have what a lot of people would consider a side hustle. And then on top of that, I have my own personal passion projects I'm working on, like this channel and starting a yoga and movement studio. And so it just becomes a lot often. And I wanted to share a few things that I find really important. I've been living a lot of my life in what I call the or space. I can be soft or structured, not an and. And I'm really trying to transition into this and. I can be soft and structured, and just really understanding myself on when to push and when to chill out, because rest has been probably the most important thing in this process. I would say rest and playtime. So if I could suggest anything, if you're going through a really busy season and you feel like your training is struggling, or maybe your work is struggling, maybe it's the opposite of what I'm trying to balance, I would say a few things. Number one, this loops back to a video a long time ago, but time blocking. And time blocking is really important because you block time for work, but you also block time for rest, for creative time, for that play time. And maybe if you're like me, you don't really know what play looks like as an adult. And that's a really tricky thing to navigate, especially if you have tendencies of being a workaholic or being a perfectionist or being a people-pleasing. Being silly and playful and making mistakes and learning something new is sometimes really intimidating, but I can promise you it is worth it. I have been working so hard on this and just finding that playtime, that creative time, that rest time, because it really allows me to push into the more structured parts, right? Like my training, like my job, like my side hustle, like my passion projects. This week I had a really hard time picking up the camera because I was just so drained from working that it sounds so strange to say now at the end of the week, now that I've rested a little bit, but sometimes all I had the energy for was just literally stare at the wall and just think of nothing. Like nothingness was the easiest path out. And that's when I know I'm going into the territory of burnout, and we don't want to be in that territory. We want to take care of ourselves. We want to live life fully, even if we have a lot of demands going on. So I don't really know if I gave good advice here or not, but I would just suggest to everyone, it's okay to work really hard, but definitely the old saying of like work hard, play hard is so true. And I know deeply that you are probably doing an amazing job, and it's so hard to recognize that when all you see on social media is people who feel like they can put 100% in, or they show us the version online that they're putting 100% into everything, and that's just so not true, and it's so not realistic for the human design, how we're programmed to work and live and survive and thrive and do all of the things. And so find time to live in the and space instead of the or space, because it's a lot better in the and space. I can attest to that. So keep doing everything you can to feed into your creative, playful, childlike self, because it will help you recharge so much. I am not the type of person who can sit on the couch all day and watch Netflix. I usually feel more tired and more restless after that, but if I do an action, whether that's reading romantasy or meditating or painting or going outside and taking a walk, I really think that that recharges my battery. So be curious, figure out what recharges your battery, and that will really pull you through seasons of life. And everything's cyclical, and it changes every cycle just a little bit to help you up level just a little bit more. So I just want to say I see you. I think you're doing an amazing job, and sending you so much love. If you're also going through a time like this, just kind of relearning what life is going to look like and how to take care of yourself through that season. So you're doing great. We just got to Bastrop. We were coming out here to go to one of our favorite authors' bookstores and our favorite coffee shop. The coffee shop closed 10 minutes ago, and then we went to go downtown, and downtown is shut down because there's a big event. So this has turned into a different type of adventure. Just got back from a walk with Luna. As you can see, it is somehow winter again in Texas. It was just 75. Yesterday was literally 80, sunny, and I was sweating in my sweater that I wore, that black and white striped one. And today it's freezing to the point where I need to wear a little headband to protect my little ears. But I just wanted to close out the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can do all the YouTube-y things. That would be amazing. Like, subscribe, comment, maybe even hit the notification bell. That would be really cool. I would love to grow this little online community because I've been meeting the most amazing people, and I really appreciate your support along this journey that I'm on. So I will see you next Sunday. Bye!